It's 104.9 Coyote Country. Good morning. I'm Robert Miguel here with you, celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. And here's how we like to party as far as Hispanic Heritage Month goes. Nothing better than just a great drink. With us on the phone from Sandia, Texas, Royel Aguilar, the owner and operator of the South Texas Distillery. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good. How you doing today?
I'm great, sir. So, from what I understand, you own a distillery.
Yes, sir. I opened up the distillery about 2.5 years ago, we make vodka.
Now, you are a Latino gentleman making some vodka. That seems all kinds of wrong to me, I'm going to be honest. What do you say to that argument?
A lot of people come up and when they come in here, they're always asking me, why vodka? And, I wish we could make tequila. It'd be awesome to make tequila, but the only problem with making tequila in the United States is you can't call it tequila, so it's a hard seller.
No, that's true. There's laws as to where tequila can actually be distilled, right?
Exactly. It's got to be distilled in Mexico, so, we can make a tequila, but we just can't call it tequila, so it's kind of hard for the public to identify it.
Well, okay, you got a valid excuse there, so you get a pass on that. But you are the maker of Wild Rag Vodka. Yes. Tell us a little bit about your company, where you guys started as far as South Texas Distillery, the history of how you became a distiller and all that.
Well, I started several years ago dabbling with the wine. I was making wine, and then eventually that got me into the distilling aspect of it. So I distilled for a while and got plenty of years of experience on it, and I was looking for a change of atmosphere and maybe a different career. And so we decided to go ahead and shoot and try to open up a distillery. So we got it done two years ago, and ever since then, it's been doing pretty good.
I'm looking at your website, and you guys got a couple of really cool-looking bottles here, Texas Torch, Mesquite Bean Vodka, and then there's the, standard vodka. So tell me this, what's about this Mesquite Bean Vodka? Explain that to me, please, because when I think vodka, I think Russia, and I think potatoes.
Right. So when it comes to vodka, you can basically almost distill anything and make it into a vodka, as long as you're doing it by the criteria that the federal government expects you to do it by. Now, I came up with a mesquite bean a year and a half ago, and how I came to do the mesquite bean is because I was looking for something totally different that nobody had ever done. And so we kind of dabbled with different ingredients and stuff like that. So every time we'd try to find out if there was any vodka made from certain ingredients, and there just was. And so one day I was thinking about it, and I came up with a mesquite bean. I knew I had done some research, and I found that mesquite beans were fermentable back in the old days. And so I figured if they can ferment, they make alcohol. So then we can make vodka out of it. So that's how we basically got started with it. So we're the only distillery in the United States that's ever made any type of alcohol with mesquite beans.
Well, man, it sounds awesome. I mean, I like beans. I love mesquite. I like vodka. So, I mean, what's not to like? Can you give us? Obviously, we can't taste it here. Can you give us some descriptors that people have used to describe, the overall taste, finish, experience of that mesquite bean vodka?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the vodka is extremely smooth, and it'll have a hint of a little bit of vanilla and maybe just a slight smoky taste to it because of the process that we do with the beans. So that's basically what a lot of people gather from it. The smoothness of it and the smoky and vanilla taste on the back end. So it mixes super well. And it's our biggest seller as far as our vodkas go.
We are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and you, sir, of course, are a Hispanic master distiller. You're probably one of the first and only in South Texas. Is that right?
Well, I did an interview with a magazine. They interview a lot of the distilleries throughout the United States and the world. And this young lady that I did the interview has been in the business with this magazine. And when I did an interview with her, she wasn't 100%, but she says that in all her years of doing interviews with distillers, she's never met a Hispanic distiller in the United States.
Now, what I'm kind of enjoying about this conversation is we are focusing on Hispanic Heritage Month this month. However, maybe not so much heritage as far as like what you're doing right now in the present, but this is kind of a cool step up, a step forward for Hispanics in that, we're known for tequila, right? And when you hear vodka, you do think Russians, you think potatoes. And here we got a guy in South Texas with a distillery making vodka, which tells us, that the story hasn't been completely written. It's not just about history. We can do anything we damn well please, right?
That's right. That's right. So, making tequila and making vodka is almost the same process. But, because you're doing, of course, it's a distillation that you're doing. So, other than that, one's vodka and one's tequila, it's almost, it's pretty much the same process.
Well, we're excited to talk to you, sir. Where can we find your products here in Uvalde? And if so, do you happen to know any retailers that have them?
Now, in Uvalde, I'm not too sure, but I know that we have it right there in Lakey and all that.
Uh-huh.
We've been trying to get into Uvalde, but for folks that want to find it, the best way to find it is to go to our website, and we have you can click on where to find it, and you can go in there, and it'll tell you exactly what liquor stores and in every town, where we have them at.
Well, you know what? Lakey's not too far away if we can't find you here in Uvalde proper. But, man, thank you so much again. Royel Aguilar, the master distiller at South Texas Distillery in Sandia. Is it Sandia, like is in watermelon?
Yes, sir, that's it.
You need to make some of that watermelon vodka, man.
Man, we actually have one. We just don't have it out on the market.
All right, very cool. Well, hey, man, save me a bottle once you guys get that going, okay?
I sure will.
Well, again, you make that Wild Rag vodka, and our good friend, I guess we got a mutual friend, Mr. Pat Waters, out of Bridgeport. He wrote actually a song for you guys, didn't he?
Yes, sir, he sure did.
Well, let's go and play this one right now. Again, find these guys online, southtexasdistillery.com, and here's a little theme song for you. Wild Rag Vodka. This is Pat Waters on 104.9 Coyote Country.
Man, it's been a tough day. I can't wait for it to end. Got big plans for a long weekend. Barbecue, football, and plenty of beer. It don't get better than it is right here on a Wild Rag Vodka night under a big Texas sky. We're gonna do it upright with my pretty senorita on a Wild Rag Vodka night. Fajitas and nachos and some homemade tacos. Have some margaritas and enchiladas. Red hot pepper and some fiery salsa. Come get you some of that Wild Rag Vodka on a Wild Rag Vodka night under a big Texas sky. We're gonna do it upright with my pretty senorita on a Wild Rag Vodka night. I'll give 'em a shot, boys. Yeah, my daddy said, son, never settle for less. You know a real Texan always drinks the best. So make a toast and hold your glass up high. Give me 3 fingers of some Wild Rag Vodka on a Wild Rag Vodka night under a big Texas sky. We're gonna do it upright with my pretty senorita and some Wild Rag Vodka on a Wild Rag Vodka night under a big old Texas sky. We're gonna do it upright with my pretty senorita and some Wild Rag Vodka with my red hot mama and some Wild Rag Vodka. We're gonna do it right on a Wild Rag Vodka night. Wild Rag Vodka night. Wild Rag Vodka night. Hey, Roy, give me another bottle of that old Wild Rag Vodka house. Wild